Hey allies, it's getting cold outside and we wanted to go through a little step-by-step tutorial on winterizing your new benchmark. So to do so, you're going to need just a few things. An air compressor. If you can get an adapter that has a tire chuck on the end of it, that's ideal. You're going to need a screw gun or a screwdriver with a number 2 bit driver on it. You're going to need 3 to 5 gallons of the winterizing solution, RV safe antifreeze. You're going to need a blowout plug. Also, you're going to need a 1/16 inch socket. And finally, you're just going to need a few minutes of your time. So to get started, first of all, you want to make sure that your water heater is turned off on the inside. Then you come around to the off-camp side. You're going to want to unhook any city water hose. Then you're going to want to turn the quarter-turn valves for your low point drains. Make sure that those are going to be able to drain. And then finally, you're going to pull the white T valve under there for your fresh tank to make sure all the water is out of your holding tank. Now with that done, we're going to focus on the water heater on the exterior of the coach. You're going to remove the access panel. Make sure that the water's not hot, so hopefully you've let it set for a while so it can cool down. Use the pressure relief valve by tipping this little valve up. That's going to allow the pressure to release from the tank. Once that's done, with a 1 1/16 inch socket, you can remove the anode rod, and that's going to let the water come draining out of your tank. The next step in the winterizing process is to make sure all of your fixtures have been drained. And all you got to do is turn on the handle, make sure it's on the hot and the cold for your kitchen, your bathroom, your shower, even your outside fixtures, spray ports. Make sure that all of those are run so there's no pressure built up in those lines and as much water has drained out as possible. For the next step, we're going to go inside the benchmark. And going up the steps to the loft area, you're going to find access panel, a black louvered grate here. Behind that, some key components. So what you're going to do is with a number 2 driver bit, you're going to want to remove the screws holding that in place. Once those screws are removed, that cover pulls right out. Just set that to the side. And behind this panel, you're going to find 2 valves. They're white quarter turn valves. The first one connected to a red hot water line is going to be your water heater bypass. You're going to want to close that or turn it 90 degrees. The other one is a diverter valve so that it can allow the winterizing solution to go through the water lines. You're going to want to rotate that 90 degrees so that it's open. Now, with your interior valves set as we just showed you, you're going to want to come back outside again with your air compressor out to the water panel of the benchmark. With this, you're going to take your blowout plug. That's going to go in the city water fitting. You simply screw that in. Then, make sure you set your air compressor for a maximum of 40 psi. And with your tire chuck connected, you're going to use that to forcefully blow the water through your lines. And remember that while you're blowing out your lines, all of your faucets on the inside and the outside that we had just opened are all still open so water can flow through them freely. Now, with all the water blown out of the lines the best that we can, you're going to want to go shut all the fixtures outside and inside, including the valves underneath the coach, the low point and the freshwater tank valve. Once that's done, you come back inside, back to the stairs where you removed that grate to access the quarter turn knobs for the bypass valves. And inside that compartment area, you're going to see a white braided line. This is actually, in place of using a garden hose, we've included this for you. So now you have a line to suction the antifreeze solution or the winterizing solution out of a bucket. From there, you take this line, remove the end cap on it, put a bucket up high as you can next to this, and insert this white braided line into that. Now you're ready to start pulling in winterizing solution. And at this time, you can turn back on your water pump. So now the water pump's running, the hose is inside your winterizing solution and drawing it into the lines. Now you're going to want to go to each water fixture, open up the hot line until you start to see pink solution come through it. Shut it off, turn it to cold, open up cold. Make sure you do both hot and cold for each until you see pink solution, then shut it off. Then you go to the next fixture and do the same thing until you see pink solution. And once you've done that to all your faucets, you're just about done winterizing. So now with this all complete, we've successfully run winterizing solutions through all the different lines in the coach. Just a couple little pro tip reminders here of go to each of your low point drains, turn them a quarter turn to let the water, any residual water, run out until you see pink solution. Turn it off just to make sure that it's getting down to the end of those valves. And also pour just a little bit into your P-traps, in your sinks, your showers, your lav base, just to make sure that no resting water in that P-trap is gonna freeze. But with that all done, you're ready to enjoy your winter.